The CW cap for fiscal year 2017 has been reached, according to Congressman Greg Sablan. He says the CNMI can only blame itself for letting this happen for a second time. Congressman Greg Sablan called for a press conference today to speak about the fiscal year 2017 CW cap being reached.
It will certainly hurt many of our local businesses that depend on foreign workers who now will not be able to have their CW permits renewed. It will also hurt many innocent people who have lived and worked here for years, and they will not be able to get their CW permits renewed, and they will have to go home. It is a terrible situation, and it is especially terrible because it could have been avoided.
Sablan says he has to speak the truth the way he sees it.
We basically have a base number of foreign workers, about 9,000, that has been used by our local businesses for many years. With a 12,998 cap on CW permit, that leaves about 4,000 extra CW permits for new investors each year. On top of that, we have unlimited access to H visas for foreign workers until 2020. I worked hard to get the law enacted to give us unlimited H visas. I wanted new investors to be able to hire all the foreign construction workers they needed so our economy could start growing again.
He says he wanted to protect the most important CW workers on our island, nurses, cooks, and aircraft workers. But Sablan says new investors came in.
The Commonwealth government did not make it a condition of their permitting and licensing that they use H visa for construction work and only apply for CW permits if absolutely necessary. So the new investors started using CW permits for all the workers. And to make matters worse, the new investors wrote to the Commonwealth Labor Department and basically said, we do not want to follow your local law that requires us to hire 30% of U.S. workers.
He says those factors contribute to the current CW crisis. He says this all could have been avoided.
If only the Commonwealth government had negotiated the ground rules with the new investors. Certainly, the Commonwealth should never have allowed the new investors to ignore our own local 30% U.S. hire law. That just made the problem worse. And now the ones who will suffer are our local businesses and the long-time foreign workers our local businesses rely on.
Sablan says Congress cannot fix the problem and USCIS will not fix the problem again. He says he does not want to tell the legislature what to do, but he has some suggestions.
But if I was in the governor's shoes, I would certainly overrule the CNMI Department of Labor and withdraw all those waivers of the 30% local hire law. And I say if you want to invest here, you have to hire local U.S. workers. That would mean more jobs for our local people. That would help local businesses by freeing up thousands of CW permits.
Gloria Kavanaugh with Hand Me says the situation needs a solution quickly.
We are just so short of staff, and it's really scary. You know, we're still hoping that perhaps we would be able to get something or some relief from the U.S. Congress, but we all know based on you know, this summer how soon that happens, you know, so we need to, you know, buckle down and hope for the best. And we also need, as businesses, to be involved in and proactive in trying to help the administration and the U.S. delegate to promote what is necessary, what we need as far as a workforce in the CNMI.
Health officials want to spread awareness